If you own an Airbnb in Gainesville, you've probably already figured this out. Finding guests is easy. Finding good cleaners and co-hosts is the real problem. Most hosts don't know how to tell the difference between someone who's available and someone who's actually reliable. Most Airbnb problems don't start with bad guests. They start with operations. Missed cleans, inconsistent standards, poor reviews, poor communication. That's what ultimately leads to these bad reviews, stress, and eventually burnout. And in Gainesville, this problem is even worse. This isn't Orlando or Miami. Those markets are more developed. They have more competition. They've got more cleaners. They've got more Airbnbs. They got more traffic. They got more of everything. So with a low supply of cleaners and a huge demand for the reliable services, you get few good options. And the good ones get burned out quick. That's why finding cleaners here is so hard. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of Airbnb cleaners aren't actually Airbnb cleaners. They're residential cleaners trying to do short-term rentals. And even if you do find a short-term rental cleaner, the chances are that they aren't even the ones doing it. Let me explain. One cleaner can only do so many cleans. So when they have collected enough projects, they start to either hire internally to grow their own teams, or what I find happens 9 times out of 10 is that they hire other individual cleaners to take the cleaning job, likely for a smaller portion. This seems to be specific to the short-term rental cleaner niche, but still causes a lot of operational problems. Basically, short-term rentals are a completely different job. They've got tight turnaround times, back-to-back bookings, laundry that has to be done off-site, inventory checks, photo documentation before and after every clean, and attention to detail under pressure. I feel a real Airbnb cleaner doesn't complain about extra work. They understand that this is the work. So if you're hiring a cleaner in Gainesville, here's what actually matters. Do they already clean short-term rentals? Do they document every clean with photos? Are they willing to track inventory? Are they reporting issues constantly? Are they checking things before they clean? Can they handle laundry off-site when needed? Can they handle back-to-back turns? Are they okay with scheduled deep cleans that they don't charge double the amount of a regular clean? And honestly, the cleaners you are looking for will have yeses to all these questions, but it's likely in Gainesville that you will have trouble finding people who actually will follow through and do this 100% correct every time. Here's what I do to find the most reliable cleaners possible. I use Turno. It's a short-term rental cleaning coordination software that connects you with local short-term rental specific cleaners. None of them are perfect out here, I'm gonna be honest, but I find this will cut through a lot of beginner mistakes when choosing cleaners, as the platform makes it super easy for cleaners to follow things like checklists, provide photo documentation, you could control the payment. It automatically does scheduling when projects appear on different platforms. So super good. And I'm currently working on a strategy that incentivizes cleaners to go the extra mile and really boost the standards here in Gainesville so that we don't run into these operational problems. But more on that. Basically, if I could sum this up quickly, I would tell you, 1, use Turno to find short-term rental specific cleaners. Actively check that they are following the checklist set for them through the platform, as well as documenting things to your standard. And I would really just keep on top of this consistently. Number 3, I would just keep repeating this until you have found someone reliable. Now let's talk about co-hosts, because this is where a lot of owners get really burned. So as a quick tip, if your cleaner is also advertising co-hosting services, they are probably not the best at either and should probably be avoided. But either way, a lot of co-hosts are just message responders. They answer guest questions, but they don't control operations. They don't manage cleaners. They don't adjust pricing. They don't understand Gainesville's event calendar. There's a lot of lapse in their skills and their knowledge. And a co-host who doesn't control operations is just a middleman. A good co-host should be able to tell you exactly how they handle cleaners, how they price football weekends, how they respond to issues, and what systems they have in place when things go wrong. If they can't answer those questions clearly, they're learning on your property, or they just don't care. So if you're looking for a co-host in Gainesville, this is what actually matters. Are they an actual manager, or are they a real estate agent / cleaner, looking to broaden their services? Do they have good systems for pricing, for cleaning and guest management, or are they just winging it? Do they have area specific expertise, or do they serve multiple markets? Do they have other underlying interests? Do they understand pricing strategy? Do they even offer that service? Do they understand how to optimize listing based on the platform? Do they understand Airbnb's search engine? Do they understand how to optimize for it? Do they have the systems to advertise across multiple platforms? Are they up to date with macro market trends, general sentiment on Airbnb, on other booking platforms, the presence of new booking platforms? Now, I find that a lot of people cannot answer yes to this. So this is exactly why I started my company, Airbnb Property Management. We're a short-term rental management company that focuses on Gainesville only. And we use short-term rental trained cleaners. We track inventory. We document every clean. We manually adjust pricing around events. and we don't rely on guesswork or automation alone. This is not to say I'm imperfect, because that is most certainly not true. I'm learning every day. I've learned so much in the past year just having this business. But I am a real person. My clients contact me directly. There's 100% transparency and factual basis for all the things I do. And I'm a part of a program whose students have produced over $1 billion on Airbnb. Shout out to Sean Rocketich on YouTube. He's my mentor. But most importantly, I really do have a passion for helping people achieve their financial goals. And I genuinely want people to do well. I know how hard it is to purchase real estate nowadays with the interest rate, with the economy just generally. And I really just want to help pull people's future forward. So it's something that really means a lot to me. So if you're struggling with cleaners or co-hosts in Gainesville, it's not because you're doing something wrong. This market just requires a higher standard. And unfortunately, the people that currently make up that market are not at that standard. So whether you work with us or not, whether you work with me or not, raise the bar. The right people exist. You just need to know how to identify. And if you want help doing that, that's exactly what I do.